What's going on, guys? For those of you who didn't know, yesterday I did my first live stream, and what annoys me is that I just checked and it didn't even post. So I did a 1 hour live stream. I answered questions on there, and it did not even post. So what annoys me about that is that I tell you guys about upholding your character and keeping your word with yourself and with others. And the fact that I didn't post when I told you guys I was going to post every day, that bothers me. I'm going to be honest. But it's okay. Like I said, it was my first one, so you live and you learn. The next one, I'll make sure to see that it posts right after, okay? So let's get right into today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about the path of least resistance and discomfort. Because if you want to live a life of constant self-growth, you're always going to have to be uncomfortable. For the last, let's see, for the last 3 years, 4 years, I've been on a path to self-improving myself. And through that path, I'm constantly putting myself through uncomfortable situations. So the reason why a lot of people might say, "Oh, you're young, you're so mature for your age, or you have wisdom for your age," it's because I'm constantly, the first thought on my mind every single day is to improve myself. And if that's your thought every single day, you will grow much faster than the rest of the people, the rest of the crowd, because most people don't think like that. Most people, they wake up and they eat some Pop Tarts. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ate some Pop Tarts today because it's my cheat day. So I'm not bashing anyone who eats Pop Tarts. But, anyways, my point is most people wake up and they eat whatever. They don't have a plan. They just eat for whatever feels good. Most people wake up and they put a show on Netflix. They wake up and they play video games without the thought of improving themselves in whatever way, in whatever area in their life needs improvement. So when you choose the path of least resistance, you will never grow. So you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because I just thought about this the other day. I was very sore, right? Well, not very sore, but sore. I was sore. And I was thinking about when you first start the gym, right? And you train for one day really hard, and all of a sudden you feel extremely sore the next day. But as you exercise for a long period of time, for years, it starts to become normal. It starts to become a part of your life that you're always constantly sore. Why? Because you go to the gym, you work on your back. Now your back is sore the next day. You go to the gym, you work on your arms. Now your arms are sore the next day. You go to the gym, you do some push-ups, and now your chest is sore the next day. So you're constantly in pain. You're constantly uncomfortable. But after a while, it starts to become your norm. It starts to become normal. So pushing yourself is going to become normal after you do it for a long time. So if you, as a man, you think about how you feel and you never want to be uncomfortable, just understand that you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not doing me a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice by choosing the paths that don't require growth. See, I told myself that I'd wake up at 6:30. That's my time to wake up. And I don't care if I go to sleep at 12, 1, 2. Whatever time I go to sleep is however many hours I get. My goal is always 8, because that's the most optimal way to do it. But it doesn't matter. What's most important to me is that I keep my word. And even if it's very uncomfortable, like this morning, I felt like shit when I woke up. Like I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to wake up because I put my AC cold and it's very cold. The bed is super cozy. I only got like 5 hours of sleep. And guess what? I'm tired. I feel tired. I feel like I need more sleep. But the path of growth is that I wake up at the time I said I was going to wake up. If I said I was going to wake up at that time, I keep my word with myself. even if it's uncomfortable in the morning. Even if I wake up and I don't feel like doing it, I do it anyways because I know that is what's going to lead me towards growth. And not only that, but choosing a time to wake up and sticking to that time, it keeps you accountable with yourself, it keeps you disciplined, and it brings growth upon you. Because when you set a time to wake up and you know no matter what time you go to sleep, you're waking up at that time, it keeps you accountable. Because if you don't get enough sleep, that's on you. Which one are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to get more sleep and break your word with yourself? Or are you going to say, let me be better tomorrow and let me go to sleep a little bit earlier? Because I don't want to break my word. So let me aim to go to sleep a little earlier. See, most people, what they will do, most people will say, I set my goal at, not my goal, I set my time to wake up at 6:30, but I didn't get enough sleep. So you know what? Let me sleep in 2 more hours. That's your first loss in the day. That's your very first loss. So if your first thing you do in the day is lose, that's a loss because you told yourself you were going to wake up at that time and you didn't do it. So now you have one loss. And then you're supposed to eat your diet, right? But since you skipped on that, now that drips into everything else. Oh, well, you know what? I'll just skip my diet today. I don't really feel like it. Oh, you got a workout to do? I don't really feel like doing it today. And over time, you start to get into a rut. Why? Because your baseline discipline is dropping and you're allowing yourself more slack when you know you should be doing the things you said you were going to do. So that's why waking up at the time you said you were going to wake up holds you accountable. It gives you growth. Stop telling yourself you're going to do something and don't do it. If I tell myself I'm going to do anything, best believe I'm going to do it. And that's how you reach any goal in your life that you want. You have to become a man who says he's going to do something and does it. And it starts small. It starts with things like waking up. It starts with staying on track with your diet. It starts with you saying, I'm going to go work out, and you go work out. It starts here. It starts in the small. And then when a bigger opportunity presents itself, you're ready. You're ready to go. If you want to be a manager at your job or you want to be a manager at some corporate job and you've been building the man who wakes up at the time he says he's going to wake up, eats the food he says he's going to eat, goes and works out at the time he said he was going to work out, when they offer you that position or when the position opens up, you're going to be the first one to get it. Why? Because you're already a qualified candidate for that opportunity. Because you've been doing this for a long period of time. So understand that the path of growth will always bring you a better life. You will always have a better life. My life has consistently gotten better and better every year since I quit the pills, since I quit going on the websites, since I started disciplining myself, and I remain committed to my goals. My life has improved. And when you're doing the work, understand that the only thing between you and your goal is just time. It's just time. Because if I'm eating the foods I know I need to eat and I'm scaling out my food and I'm doing everything that's necessary for me to have success in the area like losing body fat, guess what? If I know I'm doing what it takes, I know my life will be better in a couple months. So it's the same thing with your habits. If you put good habits in place, understand this, wherever you're at right now, even if you're in a shitty position, even if you're dead broke, understand this. If you're doing what you have to do, 1 year from now, life's going to be better. 2 years from now, life's going to be better. Imagine 10 years from now. Imagine one whole decade. Your life is going to be totally different. And the only thing you need to do is just not miss. The only thing you need to do is hold yourself accountable. Always choose the path of growth, the path that makes you uncomfortable, the path that the you right now, yourself right now, you might not want to do that, but you're thinking about yourself in the future. You're thinking about the man that you're creating. You're not thinking about your current desires. Because giving into your current desires will keep you stuck in the same place for the rest of your life. That's why people don't lose body fat for years. They say they want to do it and they don't do it. Why? Because they keep choosing the path of least resistance. They keep choosing the path of comfort. And then they wonder why they're stuck. They wonder why nothing has changed on New Year's. The ball drops, they look around, everything's the same. Why? Because they've been choosing comfort because they don't want to get uncomfortable. But guess what's going to be uncomfortable? The fact that years are going to go by and you're still exactly where you were 10, 20 years ago. And then you're going to be on your deathbed and you're going to say, man, I really could have been something had I just tried, had I just stuck to my word, and had I just chosen discomfort instead of being comfortable all the time. That's the video for today, guys. Leave a comment down below. We're almost at 300 subs. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I love reading your comments, so like the video and subscribe. Peace out.